guys, how's it going? My name's Tiana Barrios. I have a master's in special education with an emphasis in applied behavior analysis, and I work as a program supervisor in-home ABA services. ABA, if you don't know what that is, stands for Applied Behavior Analysis. So basically what I do is I teach skills to kids who have disabilities, and I try to catch them up to their peers developmentally. And if they engage in any behaviors that interfere with learning, like physical aggression, disruptive behaviors, I try to teach them skills to replace those behaviors. And I love it. And I'm hoping that this channel will give me a space to kind of just talk about ABA. So if you're interested in learning about the field of applied behavior analysis, some ABA terms, or just some quick morning tips on how to get yourself to wake up in the morning, this is the video and the place for you. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. All right, so let's get right into it. I've been using this app called Alarmy probably for like the past year or so, and I really like it. I think it's really made me stay up after I turn my alarm off. So what you can do is you can set things like missions. Right now I have math problems, so I have to complete 20 easy math problems before the alarm will turn off. They also have like a memory game. I think you can pay, so like you have to walk so far before your alarm will turn off. There's one where like you have to like shake your phone. But I really like it, and I think what can be difficult for me is like going through all those problems and then popping right back into bed. So something else I'll do on Alarmy right now, it says get ready for Zoom meeting on the little note part, but usually I'll put something that's the next step that I need to do. So usually what will be on there is it will say make tea. Alrighty, so let's break down my morning routine with some behavior terms that come to my mind, at least, when I'm trying to set up a morning routine. So the first thing that I think of is a behavior chain. I'm trying to have one behavior that leads to another behavior, basically. The defined term for a behavior chain is an event in which units of behavior occur in sequence and are linked together by learned cues. Each step of the chain reinforces the previous step and acts as an SD for the next step in the chain. I feel like these are so good to just think about when you're trying to make a habit. So for me, what's going on is the first Q or SD in the chain is my alarm note that says make tea. After that, I open a tea bag. After I put the tea bag in the cup. This leads to me heating up water I need for my tea. I fill up the cup with hot water, I drink the tea, and then that cues me to sit down and make my checklist, which also cues a bunch of different behaviors with my alarm clock, and I guess just alarms in general. When you're turning an alarm clock off, that acts as negative reinforcement. So let's back it up. We're gonna back it on up. Let's talk about the difference between negative and positive reinforcement. I think when I very first got into this field, that was something I struggled with understanding. And I feel like a lot of examples for working with kids, we think about positive reinforcement a lot. We think about reinforcing that kiddo with some verbal praise, with some access to a favorite toy or something like that. So we're gonna break that down. Positive reinforcement is adding something to the environment, and then the future behavior goes up. Negative reinforcement is taking something away, which results in the future behavior going up. So let's talk about it. So the SD, the discriminative stimulus, would be my alarm clock going off. The behavior would be me turning off my alarm clock. And then the reinforcement would be negative reinforcement because I'm terminating that aversive stimulus of my alarm clock. And that's going to continue. I'm going to keep turning off my alarm clock every morning. That's not a behavior that's ever really gone away, and it probably won't ever go away. So there you have it. That's what I think about when I'm just thinking about my morning routine. I also just wanted to take a little side note to talk about self-care in the field of applied behavior analysis. I feel like that's something that I'm hearing about more in this field, but not as much as I would like to. And I really want that to be kind of like a side focus for my channel. Maybe I'll make some more videos specifically just about self-care. For me, most of my morning routine is planning activities I can engage in to help me de-stress a little bit, and just planning things that I want to do, taking some time to have that self-care. Just doing that, to me, that's what self-care is. It's just doing things that you want to do and making some time for yourself. We have a really stressful job sometimes. All my RBTs out there, I really appreciate. I look up to RBTs so much because it can be really isolating, and you can be working with a client who engages in some really behaviors that can be hard to work through. I mean, everyone I know in ABA is always so passionate and so ready to help that kiddo learn skills so that they can have a better quality of life. But we have to take care of ourselves too. We have to try to prevent burnout if we can. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, and I want to end these videos with a question. So my question is, what is an activity that you do to de-stress? What is self-care to you? What is one activity that you do that is just your me time? All right, so let me know in the comment box down below, and if I have some comments, maybe I'll share them in the next video, and we can keep having this conversation about self-care and ways to just de-stress after work that are healthy and regulating for us in the field of applied behavior analysis. Have a good one. Bye.